Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are almost there. This is 3 more days left till the end of our detox. So this is the last week, and a lot of you want to know, where do we go from here? So I'm going to let you know where we go, how to keep a lookout for the things that might destroy our progress, and coach you along the way. So I'm Dr. Tamara Lund, creator of Youthful Brain Now, and it's a youthful brain that needs to be toxin-free and that needs to eat well. So I'm glad that you're here, and let's go ahead and start our slideshow. And here we are, week 4. We made it. Well, almost. But now that you're a successful purification warrior, it's time to create our new normal. Enjoy increased energy and vitality, improved weight management, clearer thinking, and better sleep. I know that I have experienced a bit of all of those. But best of all, experience your body's improved management of challenges related to the natural toxin metabolism. So, congratulations on a new and improved you. So we're going to prepare for a 30-day plan of action for our continued success as a purification warrior. We have to understand the importance of eating organic fruit and vegetables. I will give you a couple of websites as references here soon. Explore the approaches to and advantages of eating local. Learn why you should select grass-fed beef and free-range chickens and eggs. We're going to talk about introducing your foods back into your diet. And mark your calendar, because there is going to be another program, again starting in January. So post-purification. Your body's ability to heal is greater than anyone has permitted you to believe. And I bet a lot of you are really experiencing that right now. As we're coming to the end of our program, I have heard so many different testimonies on how people are feeling. Your body can heal. It was designed to. All we have to do is make sure that we provide it with the food and the nutrients that it needs to act as it was supposed to. So, how do you feel? You can type that in the chat for me. I'd love to hear that. Is your energy better? How about your sleeping? I know that I can get up in the morning. I wake up before my alarm goes off, and when it's time to go, bang, out of bed I go and off to the gym. So did your weight change? I know several of you were looking for a change in your weight. So are you happy with the changes that you've gotten? And do you have fewer cravings? Now, it's time to keep on the road to optimal health. So more positive changes will occur in your body. So did you experience any of these benefits of purification? Okay, improved weight management, increased energy and vitality, better digestion. How do you like that? Whenever your indigestion goes away, you don't have to take your Prilosec or Pruvacet or Tums every night. I bet you're loving that. You don't have as much bloating, so your pants are fitting better. You have clearer thinking, clearer skin, shinier hair, and better sleep. Yes, I bet you did experience those things, and I bet you know someone that could benefit from those as well. Digestion is your key to health. During our Youthful Brain Now program, we did a whole segment on leaky gut, leaky brain. So if your digestion is not working properly, your brain is not working properly. And so you will be getting inflammation in your joints, inflammation in the skin, and inflammation in your brain. And you're just not going to function as you're designed to. So when we can fuel our body with good nutrition, something that it was designed to metabolize, then we know that we've got it down. You will heal your nutrition and thus heal all the rest of the stuff that your gut is not going to work well for. But you know, some people have a lot of digestive issues because they have poor eating habits. They eat under stress. Now, eating should be pleasurable, not just throwing food in because you have 5 minutes to get it down there. We're not supposed to hurry. We're not supposed to be arguing. We're not supposed to be standing up and eating as we're cooking and having a conversation and watching TV at the same time. Sit down, relax, taste your food, enjoy your food, and make yourself a deal that you're not going to eat in your car anymore. Now, if that means you have to get up 20 minutes earlier, so be it. But please, do not eat stressed. And if you take anything away from this particular program, make it be that you're just going to relax as you're eating. Improper chewing of food. Food is not going to break down very well if you do not provide it with enough chewing and enzymes. So, you know, there are people that say that you need to chew your food 23 times or 32 times or however many. But just give it a shot trying to chew a few more times. If you can just do that, add 5 chews to your normal chew, you're going to do yourself a lot of service in your digestion area. And if you don't break it down enough, the hydrochloric acid and the enzymes just aren't going to work on it. It's going to cause you that bloating again and back to your digestion problems. So here's something that you may not know. Drinking water or drinking whatever when you're eating will dilute your gastric contents and digestive juices. So you have hydrochloric acid in your body and in your stomach. It is there to digest your food. And if you are diluting it by drinking too much while you're eating, then again, you're not going to have very good digestion. So, proper hydration. Whenever you're at dinner, try not to have any glass of liquid next to your plate. See if you can get through your dinner without drinking. But we talked before about drinking half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, drink 75 ounces of water throughout the day. Drink it slowly so your body can absorb it and you don't end up in the bathroom. Don't drink it with your meals. Use food for good. Being purification professionals now, you know your body needs, and quality food is what it needs to be at its best. So remember, avoid hydrogenated fats and trans fats and oils. I think I said that about 1 million times in our seminar earlier. You want to avoid the nitrates, the high fructose corn syrup, all of the preservatives, additives, colorings, all of those things your body was not designed to break down, because that's going to give you trouble in your digestion. You want to support good heart health. Don't become another statistic. Eat well. Do not eat fried sugar. Eating donuts is one of the worst things that you can do for your heart health and for your liver and for your heart and for your vessels. Fried sugar, donuts, it is not healthy for you. So do you have goals now? You have the now what? I just finished this 21-day purification program. That was the goal. Now let's set some new ones. You want to maintain your results. I hope that is one of your goals. And maybe you want to still lose more weight. Do you want to make your immune system happy? Do you have specific health issues that you need to address? Now, I am here to help you address those, give you some ideas and some guidance. And you also get to identify your food allergies and intolerances, because you've mostly done an elimination diet where you've taken most of the potential problems out of your diet. So we have the potential to identify what particular food might be causing you trouble. But These goals are important because the decision will impact the rest of your life. If you can change the way that you eat and the way that your family eats, you are doing them such a service. So you need to incorporate healthy changes into your lifestyle, or are you going to return to the old way and start feeling yucky again? I know that you want to feel good. So post-purification, the new normal. This is how you're going to eat. So we're going to reintroduce foods and follow a supplement program and incorporate exercise. So one of the tools for your success is using your journal. Now, if you didn't use your food journal while you were on the program, please pull it out and use it now. Write the foods down that you're eating. And besides, you will have it as a reference for later. One, if you're having trouble with food and something's not feeling right, you can look back and see what you ate. But also, you can look back and say, oh yeah, I remember I ate that and it was delicious, so I'm going to make it again. Right there, you already have a book of ideas. Now you can take supplements. If you had a great turnout with the standard processed products because they are whole foods, your body loved them. Standard process has a daily regimen that is available for you in a little package. Let's see, their little package has 3 Catalin, which is your whole food vitamin, trace minerals B12, and tuna omega-3 oils. So just 2 of these packs a day. Just grab one in the morning and put another one in your purse for later, and it's all taken care of for you. And then do remember that the shopping list is in the back of your purification guide. Just take a copy of that or take a picture of it. You'll have it with you always. And when you're at the store thinking, oh, which vegetables should I eat? Say, oh, I'm going to try something new and different. And you can look at that particular list. Now, food allergies. You may crave the foods that you have an intolerance for. How many times do you know, or how many people do you know that just love milk, cow's milk, and they just crave it all the time and they drink it and they feel really good? But you know what? They just have these chronic digestive problems. They have these chronic skin problems. Now, that may be because you have an allergy to milk, or at least a food sensitivity. Because whenever you eat a food that you're sensitive to, you feel kind of an adrenaline rush right after you eat them. But then you crash and feel drained and miserable afterwards. Now, if you eat something that you're sensitive to, that adrenaline and endorphins, it comes because your immune system is being turned on. And so we really want to keep our immune system at a low level without too many spikes, because we certainly don't want to stimulate an autoimmune problem. And that can happen with foods. So if there's a food that you crave a lot, whether it's sugar or nuts, dairy or wheat, then that is something that you need to be aware of. Now, if you're eating foods that you're sensitive to, it can have more to do than just your intestines. I mean, it can bother all of your tissues. So some people will be allergic to certain types of lettuces, and they just can't lose weight when they're eating salads all the time because their immune system is not letting them. But you can have trouble with your joints, you can have trouble with your weight, having fatigue, having digestion problems or concentration problems, sleep problems, bladder problems, skin problems, and breathing problems, because the foods that you're eating you're sensitive to, and it's causing inflammation. I know that one of our participants has congestive heart failure, and his respirations and his breathing is so much better now that he's been on the purification program. So that's a life changer right there. So your body's immune system determines the part of food that might irritate your system. And it happens fast, usually minutes to hours later, your body will respond. Sometimes, and those are the food allergies. So if you're allergic to something, sometimes it'll cause your throat to close or cause you to be itchy or give you an immediate headache. So that's an allergy. But food intolerance, those are things that you may be sensitive to, and things don't happen quite so quickly. The digestive system response to part of a food or additive that it can't process or that it causes irritation. And it takes longer for a food intolerance to show up. It can be up to 4 days later. So that's why it's really important that you keep your journal. Now, the most common foods that cause allergies and sensitivities are tree nuts, and then soy, fish, peanuts, shellfish, eggs, wheat, and dairy. So those are the most common. Now, if you find yourself craving any of those foods, then you might want to proceed slowly as you are inviting them back into your diet. So food reintroduction. It's a great way to gauge how the food makes you feel and how it's causing problems for you. And it's possible to have a food allergy or intolerance that you don't know about. You don't know how many people I will ask, do you have any food problems, any problems with sensitivities or foods? Nope, not that I know of. However, whenever we eliminate some of the common triggers, wow, they turn around. So you're going to introduce one new food every 48 hours, and you're going to track how you feel in your journal. So every 2 days. So whenever you're finished with your purification program, just don't rush back and eat everything that you were eating before. Or don't throw in a cookie or piece of cake and scrambled eggs and peanuts, because you will never know what in those products was causing you trouble. So one thing at a time. And whenever we add food back in, usually we want to start with the grains prior to the eggs. Because the food that they feed the chickens, they feed grains to the chickens. And if you're sensitive to grains and the chickens are eating the grains, then you potentially have trouble with the eggs. So you want to see if you're sensitive to the grains first. And I am on the gluten-free bandwagon. I know that gluten causes a lot of trouble in a lot of people for many reasons. Mostly because we eat way too much of it. Here in America, I think we eat gluten with every meal and every snack if you are not paying attention to your health. And the wheat that we have nowadays is not the same wheat that your grandparents had. It's hybridized, it's been bred to be high in gluten, and you're just getting more than your body is able to handle. But choose your grains. Now we're already eating quinoa, but you can have spelt, bulgur. Try some steel-cut oatmeal, brown rice, barley. Now those would be the healthy grains to try adding back into your diet. But remember, only one type every couple of days. Then you can add dairy back in. Cheese, milk, yogurt, butter. Remember to do that slowly. Do not add it in the same time that you are adding other foods. If you add your grains back in and then you get a stomach ache or you're feeling fuzzy in your head, then you know that that grain might be a problem. So you have to take it back out and wait a couple of days for that inflammation to go away before you try a different one. You already know what you're safe with, which foods you're safe with. So do make sure that you are continuing to eat the purification way. And nuts and seeds, portion control is very important. If you're eating too many nuts or too many seeds, you will gain weight. Even though it's a healthy fat, you should be able to close your hand around your portion of nuts and seeds. And then you can have 2 portions a day. If you just start eating out of the bag, you're going to have way too much, and then we're going to have trouble with your weight loss. Shrimp and shellfish, Many people are sensitive to it, mostly because of the iodine in it, but also shrimp and shellfish are not, they're bottom feeders, or they're just not very clean, and so you could have trouble from shellfish because of that. And then eggs. Remember, we want to add your grains in first, and then when you purchase eggs, try the free-range eggs. They're happy chickens, and they're out there scratching in the dirt and eating the little bugs and eating grass and all that stuff that grows out there on the free range. So those will be much higher in omega-3s as well. So eat free-range eggs. And your meal plan. Your meal plan should be very similar to what we've been doing for the last few weeks. Your diet should be complex, nutrient-rich, and fiber-dense. The example in the patient guide is designed with weight maintenance in mind. So the example that you have in your purification guide is to help you lose weight. So discuss your goals with your healthcare professional, whether it's me or whether it's your doctor, whether it's your nurse practitioner or your acupuncturist. Someone can help you personally with your post-purification goals. So remember, in our 1 degree of change, if we just change 1 degree every day, we are going to have a fantastic food and diet. So the recipes on the 1 degree of change, there are the shakes, the apple cinnamon and the Flexiflex. Those were wonderful. Dips and snacks like your salsa fresca and your kale chips. I know that my daughter made kale chips 3 times since we started this program, and she really likes them, and they're easy to make. And soups, it's nice and cool out now, so creamy red pepper and lentil soup will be delicious, and the recipes are in your 1 degree of change cookbook. Dressings, avocado, parsley, garlic, recipes in there, different salads, and different entrees. This here is a cedar plank herbed salmon, and it looks delicious. I think we're having that for dinner tomorrow. And then garlic shrimp. But do remember, watch the shrimp. You may have a potential problem with it. So your shopping list, just like with the purification program, plan ahead to make your food choices easier. Buy twice as many veggies as fruit. For weight management, we want to really focus on those green vegetables and ones high in fiber. Eat way more vegetables than fruit. And now, if you're finding that you're eating too much squash, whether the spaghetti squash or the butternut squash, if you're eating too much of that, you may have trouble with your weight loss. So do be aware that you want to stick mostly to the green leafies. Shop the outer ring of the grocery store. I bet all of you have heard that before. Just shop the outer aisles, because really there's nothing you need on the inside. You have all of your vegetables and you have your meats all along the ring. And if you're okay with dairy, then there you go, have some dairy. And then try a co-op. We still have our farmery here on Saturdays and on Wednesdays. So get out there and buy what is in season from a local farmer. And that truly is the key to eating healthy in this day is, don't get the food imported from South America. Now, some of you have tried jicama and some of you have not. So jicama is crispy, sweet, edible root that resembles a turnip, and it's not related to a turnip, but they are cultivated in South America, and it is quite popular in Mexican cuisine, and it stays crispy. So if you miss that crunch, try jicama. Jicama is delicious. You can cut it thinly and use it to dip up some dips, raw. And then there's the rutabaga. So it's a vegetable that I've not tried, but I bet that it'll be on my menu here pretty quick. But don't worry, I won't tell the family that they're eating rutabaga. But many people will peel them, chop them, boil them, and mash them like mashed potatoes. And then use real, whole, grass-fed butter on them. I bet they're delicious. Elephant garlic is delicious, but warning, right? Don't eat it before you have to be in close conversation with people. But there's so many health benefits associated with garlic. It's an antifungal and antibacterial. It's great for your gut. And many people will even make some garlic olive oil at low temperature and put it in ears for those people that have trouble with earaches. It is wonderful. Remember to choose local and organic. So buy fresh, buy local, buy from some of the farms that we have available, and also the farmery. Local beef and local chicken. So you want to try and eat grass-fed, grass-finished beef, as those animals are less likely to have antibiotics and hormone exposure. You can check with your local co-ops, but there's also a website called eatwild.com, and they will have a list of grass-fed, grass-finished farms local to your area. I did look it up, and there are 3, I think, in our area that are listed in the eatwild.com website. Now, one word about eating grass-fed, grass-finished beef is that that's the way that cows were designed to eat. Their system digests grasses wonderfully. But most cattle is fed corn. Now, they feed corn to cattle to A, fatten them up. So that's another story about why maybe you don't want to eat corn. But also, their digestive system does not handle corn very well. So they get gassy and bloaty and bacterial overgrowth in their intestines. And so all of that filters into their meat, and then you are eating it. So try and look for grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Some say that it doesn't taste as well as corn-fed because the corn-fed is fatter, so there's more marbling. You'll have more flavor. But put enough spices in it, and it will taste delicious. And then look for chickens and eggs that are range-free, free range. This means that the chickens are running around outside with Dr. Sunshine. So I know that I get my eggs from a local lady whose chickens just run all over the place, and they are delicious. And the yolks are so yellow and so healthy. The more color, the better. So eat local, eat free range. Now here's another website called organic.org. And they have a lot of information on their website about organic agriculture and food products. And with this crowded marketplace of organic goods, it's crucial to understand what that word means and what type of products are available. So the significance of purchasing them, and finally how someone with little knowledge about organics can take steps toward an organic lifestyle. Organic.org strives to make organic education easy and fun. I know I was on that website earlier, and they have a whole section for kids. Coloring books and different activities, all about being organic. So it's a great resource. Now, does your food make you look pretty? And the reason that I said that is because there are products that go in your shampoos and soaps and skin products that are also in your foods. Especially sodium sterol lactylate. That's found in shampoo and soap. And they use it in food as a dough conditioner in burger buns. Calcium disodium EDTA, it's found in skin products and in hair conditioners to stabilize it. But they also use it in food as a flavor protector in fast food sauces, dips, and dressings. Ammonium glycyrrhizin, found in facial mask products. The reason that they use it in food is a flavor enhancer and a flavoring agent. Propylene glycol is found in shampoo, mouthwash, and hand sanitizers. The reason that they use it for food is because it gives today's food and beverages their distinct taste. And then there's benzoyl peroxide. It's found in acne creams, but it's used for bleaching wheat flour to look white. So be aware of these additives in your products, not only in your skincare and personal items, but in your food items. Your body was not designed to metabolize those items. So your daily diet for a new normal. You continue to eat whole foods and limit your high-calorie refined foods. And just do yourself a favor and no trans fats. No hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated fats and oils. And if you follow through with the action steps from last week, you don't have any of that stuff left in your house anymore. You need nutrient-rich, high-fiber, whole, unprocessed foods to protect your body. You already know that your body thrives when you feed it those things. So from now on, you're going to plan 1 week at a time. 1 week of meals. You're going to use the 1 Degree of Change cookbook, the Standard Process 21-Day Purification Program cookbook for creative menu planning. And there are many more recipe sites out there that can give you some great ideas. But remember, whole real foods. Continue your shakes every morning. I know that's what I'm planning on doing. And have your healthcare provider weigh you in or weigh in at the gym after 30 days and see where you're at. But do remember, fruits, vegetables, healthy oils, good proteins, lentils, quinoa, spring water, those are the things that our purification program consisted of, and those are the things that you should still be eating. Your steps to eating well and being green. So we already talked about eat local. So make that a challenge. See what you can buy locally. Go out of your way to try and find locally grown foods. Eat foods within a 10-mile radius of your home. Get out there to the co-op. Even join. When you join your co-op, you're more likely to become an active member. Eat an organic or raw food restaurant at least once per month. Now we might have a little trouble around here. However, we can certainly make those organic and raw foods. And if you have a garden or maybe a barrel, you can grow one vegetable in. Wintertime gardening, you can get some lettuces and some asparagus and broccoli. Try growing them this winter. In the summertime, plant a butterfly garden. Do compost. Provide all of that nutrients back into the soil so it can grow into your food again. And then definitely recycle. So your new plan of action for your new normal. Visit the environmentalworkinggroup.org website, EWG website. They'll give you a list of the Dirty Dozen fruits and vegetables. The Dirty Dozens are the ones that you should buy organic because they have more pesticide residue on them and in them. And the Clean 16, that's a list of fruits and vegetables that you don't have to buy organic, and they're pretty safe if you just buy the regular foods. So you can get that list at ewg.org. Explore the products that you eat, what you put on your skin, and what you use in your clean home, and make 1 degree of change. Healthy for a lifetime. This is the way that you're going to eat for a lifetime. So be aware of these roadblocks. Do set reasonable weight loss goals. Many of you lost most of your weight in the first few days, up to 8 pounds, somebody reported to me. Well, know that you're not going to lose 8 pounds a week. You know, a good goal would be 2 pounds a week. Don't underestimate the number of calories and nutrients in food. So even though you're eating healthy foods, don't stuff yourself, especially with the higher calorie foods. Prepare for social gatherings. Take your own meals with you. I was just thinking about that guacamole that somebody was talking about the other day. She took her own guacamole and her vegetables that she could dip in it, and she didn't have any problem with saying no to the other foods. Use your portion control. Now have your plate ready where it's half vegetables, half quarter meat, and then a quarter starch. Limit your highly processed refined foods in your food planning. That's right. Nobody gets to plan in a trip to Burger King. And limit your alcohol and caffeine. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have those things. However, limit them. Use in moderation. Save for a special time when you can sit and enjoy. Don't just rush home, grab that glass of wine and drink it all while you're running around the kitchen trying to make dinner. Portion control is important, especially if you're out and maybe you can't eyeball things very well. So in a visual way, you can say 1 cup of something is about the size of a baseball. 3/4 cup, a tennis ball. 1/2 cup, the size of a computer mouse. 1/4 cup, the size of an egg. 3 ounces, size of a deck of cards. 2 tablespoons, the size of a ping pong ball. So that gives you a nice visual so that you can measure those foods properly. Now life happens. I certainly understand that. Our human tendencies will take us right back to the foods that made us feel bad in the first place. Be aware. Don't get sucked back down into that place. And keep in mind that doing your standard process purification program a couple of times a year will keep you focused on your wellness in just 21 days. Now I know that we are planning on doing another 21-day purification program toward the end of January. So gear yourself up, and you have that much time to convince your spouse, your children, and your workout buddies that you guys are going to do this all together. Now, Standard Process has a 10-day blood sugar support program. So if blood sugar, diabetic, pre-diabetic, and cravings are a problem for you, sugar cravings, then we may want to investigate and have you do that 10-day blood sugar support program, which consists of the SP Complete, the SP Cleanse, and Diaplex to help you control your blood sugar. But we're here to support you, Standard Process, every step of the way. So you have your healthy habits, right? You've incorporated exercise into your daily routine, 30 to 45 minutes a day, most every day of the week, something that you enjoy, and keep it varied. Now, sweating is good. Sweating helps you get rid of toxins. So try to sweat a few times a week throughout exercise, saunas, etc. Getting enough sleep. Try and get your 8 hours of sleep. Keep your schedule consistent because that is going to help you with your health goals. You really cannot attain any lasting goals on less than 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. Practice your stress management techniques so that you are at your best mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Stress management, yoga, meditation, take those walks, in prayer. Just get out there and manage that stress. But remember, you can continue this protocol for a lifetime and make this your new normal. So this was last year of a blood sugar support program. We can certainly schedule one of those if you guys are into that and want to do it. I will gladly coach you through it. So our goal is to help you create a lifetime of health and vitality. So thank you. That's it. That's the wrap up for the 21-day purification program. Now I know that you have let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday left, 3 more days to finish strong. Remember, don't fall into those sugar cravings. Stay strong. Introduce your food slowly and get ready to start this program again in January. Now, I myself am going to be adopting a ketogenic lifestyle. All of the research shows that ketogenic lifestyle and food eating plan is healthy for your brain. It really helps to diminish and stop dementia and Alzheimer's. So I am going to be posting on our Purification Program page through Facebook about the ketogenic lifestyle. And if you want to just take yourself out of that group, go ahead and leave it. But you're welcome to stay. And if you know any friends that would like to join our page, just have them request an ad. So there we have it. I'm so happy to have been here with you and been your coach, and I look forward to seeing you again in January.